Capricorn, stop. Do not scroll past this. I need you to hear me clearly. Something is coming toward you within the next 72 hours, something so unexpected, so deeply personal, that your first reaction will not be joy. It will be disbelief. And then the tears come. Not the kind you cry at 2 in the morning when nobody is watching. No, these are the tears that fall in the middle of a Tuesday afternoon when your phone lights up and the name on the screen makes your entire chest cave inches. You thought that chapter was sealed. You thought you had grieved it, released it, made your peace. You were wrong, and the universe knows you were wrong. Before I pull the next card, before I tell you exactly who this is and what they are about to say to you, I need you to do one small thing for me. Drop a comment below and tell me where you are watching from right now. Just your city, just your country. Let me see how far this message is traveling to find the Capricorn it was always meant for. And if you are not yet subscribed to Trusted Tarot, press that button now, because what is unfolding for you this week is not a one-time reading. This is the beginning of a sequence. You will want to be here for the next card. You did not find this video by accident. I know how the digital feed works. I know how the algorithm refreshes. But I also know how the universe operates when a soul is on the precipice of a massive life shift. When a Capricorn is ready to receive, the digital world bends to deliver the message. Your higher self has been pulling you toward this exact frequency for the past 48 hours. You might have felt a strange, almost magnetic compulsion to check your phone, to open the app, to scroll just a little further than you normally would, even when you were tired. That was not boredom. That was your spirit guide tapping you on the shoulder, whispering that you need to stop and listen. This message is arriving right now, in this exact energetic window of August 2026, because the waiting period is finally over. The universe does not make mistakes, and it certainly did not bring you to Trusted Tarot by chance. You are here because your energy has reached a critical tipping point, and the spiritual realm is rushing to meet you. And I know this waiting has been taking a profound physical toll on you. Let us talk about your body for a moment, because your physical vessel has been trying to tell you what your logical, guarded mind refuses to accept. Over the last 2 weeks, you have been experiencing a very specific, almost unsettling set of somatic symptoms. It starts in your chest, a strange, hollow flutter, right beneath your sternum, that hits you randomly when you are driving, washing dishes, or staring out a window. It is not anxiety, Capricorn. It is pure, unfiltered anticipation. It is your nervous system trying to process an influx of high vibrational energy that is moving toward you at a very rapid velocity. You have also been waking up abruptly between 3 and 4 in the morning, your mind racing, your heart beating just a little too fast against your ribs. You lie there in the dark, staring at the ceiling, wondering why you feel so incredibly restless when your physical body is completely exhausted. You are so used to being the strong one. You are the earth sign who holds everything together, the one who builds the foundation while everyone else plays in the house. But this physical tension, this tightness in your jaw, the stiffness in your neck, and the sudden, inexplicable urge to cry when you hear a certain song or see a specific color. This is your armor cracking. You have been holding your breath for so long that your body is literally forgetting how to exhale. You keep checking your phone, convinced you missed a notification, feeling a phantom vibration in your pocket. You are experiencing an unusual emotional sensitivity, where things that normally would not bother you are suddenly piercing right through your defenses. You are waiting for a signal, and the universe is giving you these intense physical signs to confirm that the signal you are waiting for is already in transit. But it is not just your waking body that is reacting to this shift. Your subconscious mind is working overtime, trying to prepare you for the reveal that is about to change your reality. Let us talk about your dreams, because the veil between your waking life and your spiritual reality is paper thin right now. You have been having dreams that feel entirely too vivid, too real to just be random imagination. Maybe you dreamt of a specific location, place you have not visited in years, or a house with rooms you have never seen before but somehow knew the layout of. Maybe you dreamt of them. Not a chaotic nightmare, not a dream of arguing, but a quiet, profoundly intimate moment. A look shared across a crowded room. A hand reaching out to gently touch your face. You woke up with the scent of their perfume or cologne lingering in the air, or the exact cadence of their voice echoing in your ears, so clear it took you 10 minutes to realize you were alone in your bed. These are not random firings of a sleeping brain. These are subconscious confirmations. Your spirit team is showing you the energetic blueprint of what is about to manifest in the physical realm, and it is not just happening in your sleep. You are being bombarded with synchronicities in your waking life. You are seeing the repeating numbers 1111, 222, 444 on license plates, on receipts, on the digital clock right when you are thinking about the past. You are hearing their name mentioned by strangers in coffee shops, or seeing a brand they love on a billboard you never noticed before. You are finding old photographs or objects you thought you had lost, suddenly appearing in plain sight. Every single one of these moments is a breadcrumb. Your intuition has been screaming at you, sending you these intrusive thoughts. These sudden mental pings where you just know, deep in your gut, that something massive is shifting behind the scenes. I know how deeply exhausting this is. I know the pain points you have been carrying in absolute silence. You have felt forgotten. You have felt like you poured your heart, your resources, your time, and your unwavering loyalty into a black hole, and you have been left wondering if anyone truly sees your worth. You have been disappointed so many times that your brilliant Capricorn mind has built a fortress of cynicism to protect your heart. You tell yourself that hope is dangerous. You tell yourself that if you expect nothing, you cannot be hurt. You have buried your longing under your work, your responsibilities, and your relentless drive to succeed, convincing yourself that you do not need anyone. But the universe is asking you to lower the drawbridge. The pain you have felt, the exhaustion of trying to force outcomes, the deep aching loneliness that you try to ignore, it is all being validated right now. You are not crazy for feeling this shift. You are not delusional for holding onto a tiny, fragile sliver of hope. The heavy, dense energy that has been blocking your path is finally breaking apart. The tears you are about to cry are not tears of grief or betrayal. They are the tears of a dam breaking. They are the tears of a long, brutal winter finally giving way to the spring. The intense surprise that is coming for you is going to bypass your logic completely and strike directly at your soul. It is going to rewrite the narrative you have been telling yourself about your own worthiness. But to truly understand exactly what is coming, and to understand the immense internal reckoning that the other person is going through right at this very moment, we need to look at their side of the energetic cord. We need to look at what they are finally realizing in the dark. Let us cross the bridge now. Let us step out of your energy field and look deeply into the internal world of the person who has been occupying so much space in your mind. You might think they are moving on, living their best life, completely unbothered by the heavy silence that has stretched between you two. You might look at their social media or hear through the grapevine that they seem perfectly fine. And that illusion has caused you so much unnecessary pains, but the cards are showing a radically different, intensely private reality. This person is currently going through a profound emotional reckoning. They are sitting in the quiet of their own life, and for the first time in a very long time, the distractions are no longer working. The noise, the superficial connections, the busy work they used to use to drown out their feelings has faded, and all they are left with is the deafening echo of your absence. They are realizing, with a heavy sinking feeling in their gut, that the stability, the depth, and the unwavering loyalty you offered was not something they could easily replace. They are remembering you, not just the grand gestures or the good times, but the specific, quiet moments that truly defined your connection. They remember the way you looked at them when they were at their lowest, offering a grounded presence when their world was spinning out of control. They remember the practical, deeply caring way you solved problems that they were too chaotic or emotionally immature to handle. Capricorn, your earth sign energy was their anchor, and now that the anchor is gone, they are drifting aimlessly. They are experiencing intense, almost paralyzing flashes of regret. They are looking at their current circumstances, looking at the people around them, and feeling a profound sense of emptiness. They are finally understanding that they mistook your patience for weakness and your firm boundaries for a lack of love. They are realizing that when you pulled back, it was not a manipulative game. It was you fiercely protecting your spirit, and that realization is absolutely terrifying them. Because of this intense inner clarity, they are preparing to say something to you. But I need you to understand that this is not a casual text. It is not a simple, low-effort message just to test the waters. The words they are trying to formulate are heavy with accountability and raw emotion. They are drafting messages in the middle of the night, staring at the glowing screen in the dark, typing out long paragraphs of confessions, apologies, and admissions of fault, only to delete them because they feel entirely inadequate. They are wrestling with their pride. They are battling the ego that originally told them they didn't need you, that they could do better, that they needed space. But the soul always wins against the ego eventually. They are gathering the courage to break the silence because the energetic pull toward you has become infinitely stronger than their fear of your rejection. They know they messed up, and they are finally ready to admit it out loud, without excuses and without defensiveness. Now, I know you want me to pull the next card right this second and tell you exactly what they are going to say, exactly when they are going to say it, and how this entire reunion will play out. But I am going to hold that reveal back for just a moment longer. I need you to understand the context of this message before you fully receive it, because if I just give you the outcome without explaining the spiritual mechanics behind it, you might react from your wounded ego instead of your healed, empowered heart. You need to know why this is happening now, in this specific window of August 2026, and not 6 months ago when you were crying yourself to sleep. You need to understand the divine architecture behind this delay, because the timing is just as important as the message itself. If this person had come back to you when they first realized their mistake, it would have been a pure trauma response. It would have been a temporary panic, a fleeting moment of loneliness that would have inevitably led right back to the same toxic cycles, the same misunderstandings, and the same inevitable heartbreak. The universe, in its infinite and protective wisdom, placed a massive energetic blockade between you two. The agonizing silence you endured was not a punishment, it was a necessary incubation period. The universe needed them to sit in the deep discomfort of their own choices. They needed to hit an emotional rock bottom, to feel the true, crushing weight of your absence, before they could approach you with genuine, transformed energy. Your silence was the greatest teacher they ever had. By refusing to chase, by refusing to lower your standards and beg for crumbs, you forced them to elevate their consciousness. You taught them your value by removing your presence. We are about to cross the threshold into the final reveal, and the energy in this space is getting incredibly dense and powerful. Before we take that final step, I want to pause and ground this frequency. If you are feeling this deep resonance in your body, if you feel the undeniable truth of these words vibrating in your chest, I invite you to anchor yourself into this community. Take a moment right now to subscribe to Trusted Tarot. This is not just about hitting a button for the algorithm. This is about making a spiritual contract with your own highest timeline. When you subscribe, you are signaling to the universe that you are ready to receive these high vibrational downloads on a regular basis. You are joining a collective of empowered souls who are refusing to settle for less than they deserve. Claim your seat in this sacred space. Let the universe know that you are here for the unvarnished truth, and let your own spirit know that you are fully committed to your healing journey. You have done the incredibly hard work. You have sat in the fire of the unknown without burning down. You have maintained your dignity and your grace when it would have been so much easier to break your own boundaries and reach out first. Now, the universe is stepping in to deliver the ultimate reward for your patience and your self-respect. The energetic dam is breaking, and the waters are rushing into the specific message. The exact nature of the communication that is heading toward your phone is deeply tied to a hidden truth that is about to be exposed. It is a confession that will not only change how you see them, but it will completely reframe how you see your own worth. The cards are turning, the energy is shifting, and the veil is finally lifting to reveal the exact nature of this incoming communication. This is not going to be a casual, low-effort text message that simply says, "Hey," or asks how you have been. The universe is not going to allow them to approach you with anything less than absolute, raw vulnerability. What is coming toward you is a voice note, or perhaps a long, deeply detailed letter that they have spent days agonizing over. When your phone finally lights up, it might happen at a moment when you are completely distracted. Maybe you are at work. Maybe you are driving, or maybe you are just sitting quietly with your morning coffee. But the moment you press play, or the moment you read the first line, the air in the room will change. You will hear the hesitation in their voice. You will hear the slight tremble, the catching of their breath, the undeniable weight of a soul that has finally surrendered its pride. They are going to expose a truth that you have been desperately seeking for months. They are going to confess that the distance between you was not caused by a lack of love on their part, but by an overwhelming, paralyzing fear of your depth. Capricorn, they are going to admit that your stability, your fierce loyalty, and your unwavering standards actually intimidated them. They looked at the beautiful, solid foundation you were trying to build, and their own unhealed wounds convinced them that they were not enough to stand beside you. They self-sabotaged. They pulled away because they felt entirely unworthy of the profound, earth sign devotion you were offering. Hearing this confession is going to be the intense surprise that breaks you open. This is the exact moment the happy tears will fall. You will cry because the heavy, agonizing burden of wondering what you did wrong is finally being lifted off your shoulders. You will cry because your intuition was right all along. You were not asking for too much. They were just carrying too little. The validation of your own worth, spoken aloud by the very person who made you doubt it, will wash over you like a warm, healing rain. But Capricorn, I must give you a very serious, deeply necessary warning right now. When this message arrives, your immediate, instinctual reaction will be to protect yourself. You are ruled by Saturn, the lord of boundaries, structure, and time. When you have been hurt, your defense mechanism is to build an impenetrable wall of ice. Your ego will scream at you to be cold. It will tell you to reply with a single word, to act unbothered, to make them wait just as long as they made you wait, to punish them for the sleepless nights and the silent tears. I am asking you, spirit, to pause before you react. Do not let the old, calcified pain distort this new, fragile message. If you respond from a place of defensive anger or icy detachment, you will instantly shatter the divine window that the universe has so carefully orchestrated. You will push them right back into their fear, and the cycle of silence will begin all over again. Instead, I want you to practice receiving this energy clearly, not defensively. When the message comes, do not reply immediately. Put the phone down. Place your hand over your heart and take 3 deep, intentional breaths. Feel your feet planted firmly on the ground. Allow your nervous system to process the shock of the reunion. Remind yourself that you are safe now. You are no longer the person who was begging for closure. You are the empowered soul who is being handed the keys to the kingdom. When you do choose to respond, let it be from a place of grounded grace. You do not need to pour your heart out immediately, but you must leave the door open. A simple, warm acknowledgement that you hear them and that you are open to a conversation will signal to their spirit that it is safe to step forward. You hold the power in this dynamic now, and true power does not need to be cruel to be effective. This profound shift is happening right now, in this specific energetic window of August 2026, because of the law of energetic reversal. For so long, you were the one leaning forward. You were the one expending your vital life force trying to bridge the gap, trying to fix what was broken. But the moment you truly, deeply detached, the moment you pulled your energy back and focused entirely on your own healing, your own career, and your own spiritual growth, you created an energetic vacuum. Nature abhors a vacuum. The moment you stopped pulling them toward you, the universe pushed them back into your orbit. This timing is not a coincidence. It is a spiritual harvest. You planted seeds of self-respect in the bitter cold of your winter, and now the cosmos is ripening those seeds into a beautiful, undeniable reality. The astrological portals currently opening are designed to reward those who have maintained their integrity in the face of profound disappointment. You have survived the fire. You have walked through the valley of feeling unchosen, and you came out the other side with your crown intact. The universe has watched you hold your head high when your heart was breaking, and now the universe is stepping in to balance the scales. The person who is returning to you is not the same person who left. The time apart, the silence, and the heavy hand of karmic consequence have forged them into someone who finally understands the rare, precious value of what they walked away from. They are returning with a newfound reverence for your time, your energy, and your heart. They are ready to do the heavy lifting. They are ready to prove that they have evolved. As we prepare to close this sacred reading, I want to wrap you in a blanket of absolute reassurance, to soothe the lingering anxieties that still whisper in the back of your mind, and to give you a final, grounding ritual to seal this beautiful manifestation into your physical reality. I know there is a quiet, trembling fear still living in the shadow of your hope. Even as the tears of relief begin to dry, even as the heavy knot in your stomach starts to unravel, a small, fiercely protective voice in the back of your mind is whispering a terrifying question. What if they hurt me again? What if this is just another cycle, another fleeting moment of clarity that will inevitably fade back into the cold, agonizing silence? I need you to hear me right now, Capricorn. And I need you to let these words bypass your logical mind and sink directly into your spirit. You are not the same person who was broken by their departure. The you that existed months ago, the you that would have compromised your own peace just to keep them around, no longer exists. That version of you was burned away in the fires of this profound isolation. You have spent this time forging an unbreakable internal architecture. You have built a sanctuary within yourself that no one can ever take away from you again. If they return and they are not ready to meet you at this new, elevated frequency, you will simply outgrow them. But the cards are showing that they are finally rising to meet you. You have been carrying a boulder up a steep, unforgiving mountain for so long that your spiritual muscles have literally adapted to the crushing weight. You forgot what it feels like to walk freely. You normalized the exhaustion. You convinced yourself that love was supposed to be this grueling uphill battle, that if you just worked hard enough, sacrificed enough, and endured enough, you would eventually earn the right to be cherished. But love is not a wage you earn through suffering. Love is a frequency you align with, the deep, aching longing you have felt, the quiet moments where you stared at the wall and just missed the sound of their laugh, the profound confusion of wondering why your fierce loyalty was met with avoidance. None of that was a reflection of your inadequacy. It was a reflection of their unreadiness. You are the architect of your own life, the master builder of the Zodiac, and you have spent so much energy trying to build a home for someone who didn't even know how to hold a hammer. Now, the universe is gently taking that boulder out of your hands. It is setting it down on the side of the road. You do not have to carry the weight of this connection anymore. They are coming to carry it with you. You are allowed to finally, completely exhale. Let us seal this energetic contract right now, in this sacred digital space, before you close this video and return to your physical reality. I want you to physically anchor this revelation into your body so that your nervous system truly believes the war is over. Wherever you are right now, whether you are sitting in your car, lying in your bed, or walking outside, I want you to bring your right hand and place it firmly over the center of your chest. Feel the steady, rhythmic beating of your heart beneath your palm. That heartbeat is the drum of your survival. It has kept you going through the darkest, loneliest nights. Now take a deep, slow breath in through your nose, drawing the golden, expansive energy of this new timeline deep into your lungs. Hold it for a moment at the top, letting it saturate every cell in your body. And as you exhale slowly through your mouth, I want you to mentally and spiritually release the old narrative. Breathe out the doubt. Breathe out the feeling of being unchosen. Breathe out the defensive armor you have worn for so long. As your hand rests on your heart, I want you to silently repeat this affirmation to yourself, letting the words vibrate through your very bones. I am worthy of a love that stays. I am open to receiving the harvest of my patience. I release the need to control the timing, and I trust the divine orchestration of my life. Say it again in your mind. I am worthy of a love that stays. Feel the subtle shift in your physical body as you say those words. Feel the tension melting out of your shoulders. Feel the tightness in your jaw releasing. This is the somatic confirmation that your spirit has accepted the truth. The energetic blockage is cleared. The pathway is wide open. The universe has done its part. The other person is doing their part. And now, you are simply stepping into the flow of what is rightfully yours. You do not need to force anything. You do not need to chase. You just need to remain open, grounded, and beautifully, unapologetically yourself. This profound shift in your reality is now locked in, but energy requires a physical action to fully manifest in the third dimension. The universe has delivered this message to your screen, but you must actively accept the delivery to complete the circuit. I want you to go down to the comments right now and type the words, I receive. Do not just think it, do not just feel it. Type it out. Let the physical act of typing those words be your signature on the spiritual contract. When you comment, I receive, you are sending a massive, undeniable signal to the algorithm and to the cosmos that you are ready for this beautiful, intense surprise to materialize in your physical world. Claim this energy, claim this harvest. And if this reading found you at the exact moment you needed it most, if it brought you the peace and the clarity you have been desperately praying for, share this video with someone who needs to hear it, or simply share it to your own space to amplify the frequency. You have walked through the fire, Capricorn, and you have emerged as pure, unbreakable gold. The tears you are about to cry are the holy water washing away the past. Trust the timing. Trust the silence that preceded this breakthrough. And most importantly, trust yourself. You have always known the truth, and now the world is finally reflecting it back to you. Keep your phone close, keep your heart open, and prepare for the beautiful, overwhelming rush of love that is heading your way. Thank you for sharing your energy with me today, and thank you for trusting the guidance of Trusted Tarot. I will see you in the next reading, when the universe has even more beautiful secrets to reveal to you. Until then, walk in your power, rest in your worth, and let the happy tears fall.